What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Casper's Kicks once again. Appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel. So we're less than an hour away from Game 6 of the World Series. So I was like, let me go ahead and record this video because once this game starts, I'm not going to want to move from the TV. So hopefully the Astros can go ahead and take care of business today and go ahead and win this World Series. But we will see. So like I mentioned in my last video, I did have an early review for y'all, and that is of the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found. And we're about 2 weeks away from that release. And is going to be one of the probably most hyped releases of this year. So I'm going to give y'all that review, give y'all my thoughts on the shoe, and just go from there. So before we jump into it, of course, a quick daily lace up. And so today was the release of the Air Jordan 7 Trophy Room. And so, like I mentioned, they did a review, or not, I'm sorry, they did a raffle, in-store raffle in Orlando at the Trophy Room store. It sounds like things went pretty smoothly with that release. Like, if you were able to get to the store and enter, you had a pretty good chance of winning the in-store raffle. It sounds like Marcus Jordan was also there, and he was signing boxes for people if they wanted a signature. So, like I mentioned, it sounded like the in-store raffle went very well. So, if you were able to enter on the in-store raffle and win, at the Trophy Room store, let me know in the comments. I haven't really heard anybody that won from Trophy Room in store, but I'm curious to see if any of y'all that watched the videos were able to actually secure a pair via the in-store raffle. Now, continuing on, we also had the online release of the shoe today, and it took place on the Trophy Room website. So I'm not gonna lie, it was a struggle on the release this morning. So they released at 9 a.m. Central Time, so I was on the website ready to go by 8:55. I was just sitting there waiting until 9 hits. So right when 9 hit, I refresh and nothing pops up. So I'm confused. There was a password page up, but once 9 hit, the link opened up, and they just have basically like a film, and then you could like preview the Trophy Room 7s, but that was it. And so probably about a minute or so after the drop, they finally released the shoes, and you went in. I entered for my size 11.5, and they sold out quick. And so I tried again for a smaller size, and probably within 5 minutes, everything was completely sold out. So I took an L on the Trophy Room release this morning. Like, I didn't even want to bother with the merch just because, I mean, they had nice merch, but I didn't want to pay that price if I wasn't going to have the shoe. So that was the release this morning. And then about an hour or so after the release, they restocked the Trophy Room 7s on the Trophy Room app, and I was just sitting on my phone watching the Texas Tech and TCU game, and I saw the notification pop up from, I think it was Soul Supply or Site Supply, with the Trophy Room link. So I clicked it. Now they had all the sizes back in there, so I was like, okay. So I went and entered for my size again, and a smaller size on my laptop, and I was able to cop a pair on the restock. So whenever I get that pair in hand, if they don't cancel it, I will drop the review. I'm going to try and find a pair in my size, so hopefully I can size swap somebody and get them in my size. They actually don't look bad in hand or in pictures of people that have them, so I'm going to see if I can get them in hand and go from there. So that was the Trophy Room 7 release today. Let me know if y'all are able to cop a pair off the website. I'm actually very curious to see how well things went for y'all. I did see some people get dubs, but I know the site was botted as well, so I'm curious to see how many people actually cop. Now, the other thing that I do want to mention is the Air Jordan 4 Amon Manir. That release is coming up as well, so I would expect Amon Manir and the Social Status to have their in-store raffle dropping at some point in the next week or two. So just be prepared, pay attention to when, like, their site and everything. If you're in the Discord, pay attention to that as well, because those in-store raffles should be dropping, and y'all know they're going to go quick because everybody's going to want this shoe. So that is everything I have with the daily lace up. So let's go ahead and jump into this review over the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found. So starting off, just a little history about this shoe. So originally, these were called the Reimagined Chicagos, and they were part of the Reimagined line, which are basically just switching up some of the shoes, or like OG shoes that we've had, and giving them a different twist on them. So that's why these were part of that Reimagined line. Now, we do have a Reimagined 3 coming out next year, and that's the next shoe in the line. I think it's I can't remember the specific shoe, but if I find a picture, I will put it up for y'all of what shoe that is. But I know it's a Jordan 3 that is coming out next year in 2023 for the next reimagined shoe. So this shoe is basically representing a pair of Air Jordan 1s back in like 1984, 1985 that was basically lost in a mom and pop shop, and it was found years later. And so it has like the damage of a shoe that was weathered down. Now, when I say damaged, the shoe was intentionally made to look like it's damaged or just kind of weathered and worn out, like it's been sitting around for a long time. So that is a little bit of history behind this lost and found. It's just, you know, paying homage to old Jordan 1s and a shoe that was lost in a mom and pop shop and found, and now it's being sold to the public. So starting off with the box, so we have a orange lid, and I know like normally we get the red lid on here, so I think this is meant to be like a red colored, but it's faded as if, like I mentioned, it's been just worn out. So it's got more of that orange look to it, and this lid, we get the orange lids with the Air Jordan 1 AJKOs, so not the first time we've seen an orange lid on an Air Jordan 1. You do see like the weathered look on there, so it looks like I said, it's been worn out, but you get that 360 of these. There we go, all around there. There is a sticker on the box, and my sticker is unfortunately coming off, but that is okay. But it does have that yellow sticker there. Alright, so moving to the label. The label reads Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. The colorway is Varsity Red, Black Cell, and Muslin. This is a size 11.5 in men's, which, yes, this is my personal size. So that's one pair off my list because I'm planning on getting 2 or 3 of these for myself. So yeah, that's one pair off to make it a little easier on myself. Retail price on these is $180. Release date is November 19th. Yeah, it's slowly approaching. So going to the inside, this is the lid. You do have that red stamp on the inside of the lid. That is the inside there. And then you have 2 colored papers on here. So one is like a newspaper ad, and it has different Jordan images on here. So I know like one has the Air Jordan Nike Super Sale, regular price $65, but they're on sale for $30, $29.99. Oh, but that is the paper there. And you just see those different images on the paper. Sorry, let me scoot that over. Alright, and then moving to the other paper. So you do have a white paper with these as well. So white paper. So those are the 2 papers in here. Going to the inside of the box. Let me move this out the way. So you do have a green sticker with these. So you do see that green sticker there, and then just a regular box here. Now I want to say the other thing that I did notice on here, on the bottom of the box, there's a Jordan Wings logo on the bottom as well. Alright, so jumping to the shoe. This is the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found. Give y'all a quick 360. Now, the last time we got a Chicago colorway was 2015, and I did not cop a pair back then, so I am happy to be getting a pair similar to the Chicago's. Like, it's not 100% the Chicago's, but it's pretty similar, and for me, since I don't have a pair, I'm okay with that. It doesn't bother me at all. So starting off with the outsole, you have like a kind of, it's a red outsole, but it's more of that weathered tone to it. So it's got like a little ash to it just to make it a little older, like it's been sitting around. But it is a regular Jordan 1 outsole. And then moving up to the midsole, we have that aged midsole. So get that 360 there. It's not fully white, but it does have that aged look to it, which we've seen with other Jordans recently. And then moving up to the upper sole, we have 2 different materials with this one. We have a smooth leather, and then of course everyone's favorite cracked leather, which some people hate and some people don't mind. I'm not gonna lie, the cracked leather on here does not look as bad as people made it seem. The only noticeable portion on here is the black portion, but the white where it's got cracked leather is hardly noticeable to me. Like, you would have to look super close just to notice that it had cracked leather. But starting off with the toe box, so that red leather is the smoother leather that wraps around the shoe. So you do see it wrapping around the front of the toe box here, and then just continuing on up here, and then towards the Wings logo there as well, black Wings logo, and then more of that white leather that just goes around the back of the shoe and back to this side, and then back up to the front of the toe box. Now, the white portion on here is the white cracked leather. So, like I mentioned, hopefully the camera can pick it up, but it's not that noticeable compared to the black portion of the shoe. So that's the top of the toe box there. And then you have the cracked leather behind the Nike swoosh here, and on this side of the shoe as well. Now, you do see the 2 Nike swooshes that are black on here. And then moving to the ankle collar is where you see more of that cracked leather. So this is where I say it's more noticeable, but you do see it wrap around the ankle here, and then back on this side as well. And then you do see a little bit of it here. You have that same cracked material on this shoe as well. Now, going to the tongue, you do have a sail tongue with a red Nike tag, or red tag, and it does have Nike Air written in white. And then these do come double laced, so they do have the white and black laces already in the shoe. If your shoe does not come double laced, you need to take a serious look at them and just make sure that it's a real pair. But like I said, these do come double laced. Now, continuing on, and since they do come double laced, there's no lace back with these either, so just be aware when you're purchasing a shoe, especially if you're not getting it for retail from a store. Now, going to the inside, you do have a black sock liner in here. I already took the insole out, so that's why you don't see it in there. And then production date on here, I can tell y'all that is May 11th, 2022 to July 12th, 2022. So just a couple months ago that these were made. So nice to know they haven't been sitting around too long. Now moving to the insole and shoe tree. So paper shoe tree with these. And then going to the insole, you do have a white insole with the red Nike Air. You do have the side sticker on there. And then on the back, it is in black. And then I'm going to show y'all the other shoe. There's no differences in the two, but just give y'all a quick 360 of these, just so you have an idea of what both shoes look like. But what are y'all thinking about these Air Jordan 1 Lost and Founds? Like I said, it's a must-cop for me. This is for sure going to be near the top of my list for the Air Jordans of the top Air Jordans of 2022. I'll be curious to see where people are going to rank these as the year goes on. Like I said, we still have the Air Jordan 4 and my Meniers to come out. I think that's going to be a pretty popular one amongst people as well. Now, last but not least, the last thing that is in the box with these is, of course, the receipt. And this does come in the box. And there's only one receipt. I know I've seen some people have 2 receipts in their boxes. There's only one in here. It is from Sandy Bros Sports Depot. And like I said, it just looks like an old receipt. But there's only one. There's a yellow one. There's not a blue one in the packaging. So just be aware if y'all are, like, once again, buying them early or just buying a pair in general. Now, last but not least, before I end this video, I had a feeling we would be getting exclusive access or a shock drop on these, and Sneakers did confirm that today. So on November 8th, we will be getting exclusive access on the Lost and Found ones, and that is prior to the drop on November 19th. Now, I don't know how many pairs are going to drop on the 8th. Let's hope it's a good amount, and then we also have a good amount on the drop on the 19th as well. So it just says, understanding exclusive access for the Air Jordan 1 Chicago. Exclusive access will provide some of our most dedicated sneakers members the opportunity to purchase the Air Jordan 1 Chicago. The offers will go out to a selection of members who have entered and lost at least 20 different Air Jordan 1 High releases on sneakers. So that was what caught my eye, was the at least 20 entries and losses on an Air Jordan 1 High. I've had my sneakers account, I think since 2018, and so I think I've taken 20 L's on Air Jordan 1 Highs. I really don't know, so it'll just be a wait and see if I get access. Y'all know my history with sneakers and exclusive access. I never get it, so we're going to see if I actually can get it on the Lost and Found ones. Now, the other interesting thing with that is, I know, like, when they did the off-white lot dunks and they said, like, hey, if you're active on sneakers, you'd have a higher opportunity to get the access to the off-white lot dunks. And I was active on sneakers. I'm always active on sneakers, and I got no access to that dunk. But a bunch of new accounts that were just created got access to the off-white lot dunks. So I'll be curious to see if there's going to be something similar with these. Like, will newer accounts still get access to these Lost and Founds, or will they hold true to this and actually just give the access to accounts that have been active and actually took L's on Air Jordan 1 Highs? So it'll be interesting to see. But overall, that is everything I have for the Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found. Let me know what y'all are thinking about them. Like I said, for me, it's a must cop. I would do a hold or sell and resale prediction video closer to the release, just so people have an idea of what that shoe is going to do, in my opinion. But yeah, let me know how y'all feel about these. As always, appreciate y'all for stopping in. Go subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and all notification bells so you can stay up to date once I post new content. I think I have another early review coming in the next couple days, so whenever that shoe gets to me, of course, I will drop it. But as always, hope y'all stay safe and stay blessed. Go Astros. Let's just go ahead and knock this thing out tonight so we can not even worry about Game 7 tomorrow. But appreciate y'all. Catch y'all later. Stay safe and stay blessed. I am out of here.